there, people. How are you? It's summer. I love summer. Yeah, today it's very hot in here, but I love summer. I think it's the best time ever because everything is full of light and it's full of life and it's amazing. And we are approaching the 4th of July. Maybe when this review is posted, we are more like in the end of July because I don't know when this one will see the light. But in the 4th of July, we're going to see the new season of Stranger Things, which is a series that I completely love. I was blown away by the recreation of the early 80s, and of course, I was in love with Eleven and her powers and the way in which she meets friends and realizes that she's more than just a weapon or a lab experiment. And I love the chemistry of all the boys and with the girl and everything, and I love that they were freaks and they love Dungeons and Dragons, and I love everything. I was completely infatuated with the first season, and I also love how much it reminded me of Alien with all the things that you didn't exactly see but you imagine in your head, and that was amazing, and as you can see, it blew my mind. And season 2 was good too, but not for me, not as great as the first one. And suddenly there is comics that tell you part of the stories that you haven't seen in the series, and ta-da, they're books. Yeah, I love them. This is the first one. This is Stranger Things, Suspicious Minds, and this one that I have in my hand, it's translated. It's in Catalan. So far, I know that they have been published in English, Spanish, Catalan, and I don't know if there have been many more traductions, but I think probably. And I have to say that I was very surprised by this book. It's written by Gwenda. I have never read anything by her. And this book tells us the story of the beginning, when the first experiments were made in the second lab in Hawkins. And it took me probably longer than it should have to realize that Terry is the mother of Eleven. So we are going to see here how these first people and these first kids are being experimented upon, and there is going to be this feeling of we don't know what's going on, we want to escape, but we don't know if we are going to be able to. And for all of us who are very into the series, we know what happens with Eleven, but here we are going to see how it comes to pass. We are going to know more about her mother, that the relationship she had with her father. We are going to see why Terry ended up in Hawkins, why did she agree to the experiments, why everything went the way it went. And I love that this book also recreates the 80s atmosphere. We are going to see the same cars and the same comic books, and for me it's amazing just to go back to the time. And I have to say that I love the recreation that you can find in these books and comics and the series, as I say, to see things that's so simple, because I was reading and I was like, okay, why they don't use WhatsApp? And it was, okay, of course, there was even we have those telephones with cords against the walls, and you have to make queues in the school just so you could call someone. It's not like now that you use your mobile phone and things like that. And I love that ability that the book had to transport me back in time and being there in Hawkins and just being a guest into all this adventure that's going on and seeing more about experiments and knowing more about what's hiding behind the first season of the series. So it's amazing. I have to say that I was surprised because the book was a tad slow for my liking, but I was enthralled, is it correct? I was absorbed in the reading. I wanted to know more. I wanted to know what Terry and Gloria and everyone will do. I wanted to know if they will be able to escape and to resume their lives as they were before they enrolled into these experiments. I wanted to know if we will meet Eleven at the end of the book, or if she wouldn't be born by then. And it was amazing for me to see the lab from the inside, because I was very curious to know what kind of experiments were made then before the season 1. And this book really delivers all of that, and I have to say that I love it. And I love that they're doing this kind of thing, that we have the television series and we also have the comic books and the books, and that they explain different things, that they give additional information about what was going on and parallel things. And I know the second book, it's about I don't remember the name of the sheriff now, but it's about what happened with his family and why he is in the place where he is in the series. And I love his characters, so I'm very enthusiastic about that book. And I have to say that, as I said, I love that they're making these books about the series. And I have to read the comic books. I read like a couple of them, but I'm just absorbed into this world. I love everything. I love interpretation, and I love the characters, and I'm really happy to see that the books just keep going in the same direction, and that they preserve the atmosphere and this knowing and not knowing, and just playing with the upside down and reality and the monsters and everything that has made this series so important and so amazing to see for me. So yeah, I will recommend these books to you if you're a lover of the TV series, because they provide lots of information about the characters, and they give you more that you can add to your knowledge of the series, and it makes like it's bigger, and it makes like the world wholer, and it's amazing. And I have to say, it's very well written. I was absorbed by it. As I say, maybe for me it was a tad on the slow side, but it really sucked me in, and I wanted to know about all the characters and what was going on. For me, the best characters were Terry and her boyfriend, sorry. And I have to say that I loved Gloria and the things she presented about racism, because she's a black girl. From the beginning, she has very clear that she is not judged in the same way that everyone is, because she's black. And in the book, we see these first struggles they have as women of color, just to be accepted and have the same rights that white people, and I love that. And I think it's very important that we know about these things, and so I love that the author just put this information into the book. And for me, those two are the best characters. Also Alice, he knows a lot about machines and how to recreate a machine and just dismantle it and see how it works and piece it back together. And but she's a little shy and sure of herself. But it was these three characters for me were the top 10. We have other characters like Ken, who's a guy who says he can see glimpses into not exactly the future, but he can sense things. And there is also, as I say, Andrew, that's the boyfriend of Terry, who is an amazing guy and I loved. And there's Stacy, who is the best friend of Terry before she goes to the experiment, and the reason why she went to the experiment. And I have to say that all the characters seemed amazing and very well crafted. And yeah, I'm going to begin the second book now, because yeah, as you can see, I'm very, very happy to have picked this one. So yeah, expect a review for the second book soon. Bye, thank you for watching.